All right, guys, let me get us adjusted. Can we see everything? Okay, I think we're good there on Facebook. Aha, there we go. Sorry, guys. Internet's being so spotty. So let me get Instagram joined in because it's being so crazy. While everyone's joining in, let me add Instagram too. So hi, Facebook. Let me get Instagram in here. All righty. Yay. Okay. Awesome. Okay, I think we got Instagram. Hi, guys. Facebook. Hi, guys. Those of you guys joining in, as you're joining in, please, as always, comment and say hi. Tell me where you're from. I love, love, love seeing the fact that as teachers and students, we get to interact with people from all over the country and all over the world right now. Like, how cool is that? So as you're joining in, let me know what grade you're in, where you're from. That way I can kind of gear things towards you too. So I can ask questions that kind of allow me to understand what students are here and what I want you guys to be learning and getting out of this lesson. So if this is your first time joining in with me, I am Mrs. Cap. I teach in Ohio. So I wonder if there's any Ohio students in here. If there is, give me a little OHIO, right? Yeah. And if wherever you're from, let me know your grade. But I'm so excited to be here with you guys today and share another lesson. And I get to share a book with you guys today that's actually part of a trilogy of books currently. And I think they're actually working on another one to come out. But it's a favorite in our house and also in school. But before I share that, I want to ask you guys, does anyone know what day it is on Wednesday? That's a tricky question because I don't know about you guys right now, but right now I'm having a hard time figuring out what day it is, what the date is, because we're not in our classrooms. I'm not writing it on the board. I'm not looking at my calendar every day. It's a little different. I do know that it's Monday, right? But does anyone know what Wednesday is? Wednesday is a special day that usually we celebrate in our classrooms, and we celebrate it probably across the entire country. There we go. I see someone right there. There we go. Oh, hi from Oklahoma, from New York, California. Oh, I have Loma Linda. That's somewhere we have some family that lives in Loma Linda. From Houston, nice. Mississippi, hi everybody. So yes, Wednesday is Earth Day. So Earth Day is a great day. We should be celebrating our Earth every day and enjoying nature, especially right now. I don't know about you guys, but when we're stuck at home, what a great thing to do but to get outside, right? Get outside, go for a walk. Now here in Ohio, about 2 weeks ago, it was like 70 degrees, but last week we had snow on the ground every single day. So it was a little more difficult to get outside. But so far this week, it's shaping up to be a nicer weather week. So with that being said, getting outside, right? Appreciating Mother Earth and appreciating everything that we have around us. So we are going to celebrate Earth Day. I know we're doing this 2 days early, but it was too good of a book and too good of an opportunity for me to share with you guys one of my favorite read alouds that I think you all will really enjoy. So the book we're going to read today is called Heal the Earth. It's called Heal the Earth. It's by Julian Lennon and with Bart Davis and illustrated by Simiana Ko. I think that's how you say it, but I might be saying that wrong. There is this author and illustrator have other books. There is a book called Touch the Earth and another one called Love the Earth, right? So all really great ones. We're going to read Heal the Earth today. Before we read it today, I want to talk about what our reading focus is going to be. So for our reading focus today, we're going to focus on nonfiction text structure. Woo, that's a mouthful. Okay, try and say that to yourself like 5 times fast. Nonfiction text structure, nonfiction text structure, nonfiction text structure, nonfiction. Woo, okay, that's too hard to say, right? But nonfiction text structure. So first thing we got to know, we're going to talk about text structure, we got to know what nonfiction means. So someone go ahead and type in the comments and tell me, what is nonfiction mean? And I see someone asking to see an up close of the text structure anchor chart. Yes, I can. Looks like it's Facebook asking that. Let me zoom you in real quick. Whoop, there we go. Oh, it's kind of crooked. There we go. There it is. All right, so nonfiction text structure. What's nonfiction, guys? I see that prefix non. And if you remember, I'm sure your teachers, if you're in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade or older, your teachers at some point have taught you that non means not, right? And then what does fiction mean? So it means not fiction. So if it's not fiction, there we go. I see some people coming through. Good job, Instagram. A couple of you guys already commenting. Great job. So not fiction. Fiction means made up stories, right? Fiction means fake. Whereas nonfiction means not fake. So we have not fake, which means they are real stories. So we're talking about using this skill when we're reading real stories. Believe it or not, just like with fiction, right? When we read fiction, we have to look for characters and setting and plots and events and all these different things. Just like in fiction, we should be doing the same thing in nonfiction. Just like last week, when you guys all worked with me, we became fiction text evidence searchers. Remember, we were being text detectives last week. We were using our inferring skills and we were being text detectives and we were searching through the text for different things. We can do the same thing with fiction. With nonfiction. It gets to be a mouthful. So with nonfiction, authors, really good authors that write nonfiction, they structure. Structure means to set up. So they structure their books in one of these 5 ways. And sometimes they structure their books in multiple ways. But the whole point of it is so that we as a reader can understand it better. If I wanted to write a book all about dogs, because I love dogs, right? And I just started to list every fact I knew about dogs, just started throwing them all out there and put them all over the page in any which order. If you were a reader and you read that, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start, right? Why is she telling me about the color of their fur here? And then way down here, she's telling me about when people first started having dogs as pets. That doesn't make any sense, right? That's a weird order. So we don't want to do that. We want to, as readers and as writers, look for a solid nonfiction text structure. So let's learn them, okay? We have 5 different ones. The first one is descriptive text. This is really common that we see in nonfiction text. A descriptive text has the root word describe right there. So descriptive text, the purpose of them is to describe what you are reading about. So if I was writing a nonfiction text about dogs and I did descriptive, basically every page would describe a different part or thing about that dog. So maybe on one page, I would describe the dog's daily life, their schedule. On another page, I might describe what their fur can be like. On a third page, I might describe what their eating habits are like. On a 4th page, I might describe what their playful habits are and how to care for them. So all of those things are all under descriptive. Clues. Let's be text detectives again. We can look for clues, right? So our clue words, to know it's a descriptive text, they use a lot of adjectives and examples. Who remembers what an adjective is? Like my shirt is mint blue, right? Mint blue are adjectives that describe my shirt. So when we're looking at descriptive text, we look for a lot of adjectives. Our next one is sequence. All right, sequence. What is sequence text structure? The clues we look for are words that tell us it's going in an order. First, next, then, finally. Do you guys want to learn a fancy word for sequence? Can you handle it? It's a really fancy word. This is a word that my students love to learn because it's so fancy. And you can go to your parents and say, guess what word I learned today? Because it's really fancy. A fancy word for sequence is chronological. Can you guys say that? Chronological. Chronological. That's a fancy word, isn't it? But sequence or chronological means in order of time. So if I'm going to write a book about the American Revolution, right, a war that happened in our country, I would probably choose to write it in sequence or sequential text structure or chronological, because that tells me in order of time. First this happened, then this happened, next this. All right, ready for number 3? Number 3 is compare and contrast. Compare and contrast mean to tell differences and similarities. How many of you out there like the books, the Who Would Win books? Who would win? A giant scorpion or a cobra, right? Or who would win? A hammerhead shark or a giant squid, right? Those are some great books. My students love the Who Would Win books. Give me a little shout out. Woohoo! Give me a little love if you love those books. If you love those books, the Who Would Win, you are reading compare and contrast. Because to determine who would win, the author is telling you differences and similarities. They are comparing and contrasting the two things so you can make a decision, right? So what are our clue words? Oh, we got to get that. We're just going to be text detectives every day together, aren't we? Our clue words for compare and contrast are like things like however, or on the other hand, or similarly, or unlike the shark, or like the shark. So we're looking for words that show comparisons. Ooh, I see someone right here. Me. I see lots of it. Looks like Emily Brown. This right here, Coulter. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. Sorry. Looks like you also like those Who Would Win. Me too. I love those. All right, our next one is cause and effect. If it is raining outside, I'm gonna grab an umbrella. That's a cause and effect, right? So books that are written in cause and effect are telling you because this happened, now this is going to happen. If you've read the I Survived books, there's an I Survived about a tornado. There is an I Survived about the Hurricane Katrina. Those are written in two different forms. They're written in sequence, but they're also written in cause and effect. Because this happened, now this is going to happen. So we see words like because, or as a result of, or when that happened, so that happened. And that helps us. The purpose of that one is to help us understand the reason behind the events that are happening that we're reading about. And lastly is problem and solution. All right, so problem and solution. This is one that we should be familiar with because most fiction books are written problem and solution. Problem and solution basically means exactly what those two words say. In the nonfiction book, we have problems, and then we have ways to solve them. So an author is showing you this is a problem in the world right now. Here is how you can solve it. Or how could you solve it? They're asking you. And we see words like resolution. Resolution means like a solution. Or we see words like problem and solution. And the purpose of that is to teach us ways to solve problems in the world. So all of these have a purpose. As we're reading today, I want you to be thinking of Heal the Earth and try and think of what is the text structure of Heal the Earth. So as I'm reading, if you start to realize what it is, because you might realize it like on the third page, if you start to see some of these clue words, see if you can type in the comments and tell me what text structure is this? Is it descriptive, sequence, compare and contrast, cause and effect, or problem and solution? I do have to teach you guys this really quick. My students last year, we were huge fans of JT. You guys know who JT is? Justin Timberlake. Okay. And they loved all the old school Justin Timberlake. We would jam out to NSYNC. They loved new JT stuff. They loved troll songs. So the song Can't Stop the Feeling, even though that was an old song, it was still popular in our classroom because we all love JT. And I love JT because I grew up loving NSYNC. So with that being said, we would sing a song with this. We would, it didn't really rhyme, but it was just our fun way of doing nonfiction text structure. So we'd say, got that nonfiction text structure, starts with descriptive, got that sequence, compare and contrast, cause and effect, problem and solution, yeah. They would just do that right there. Really no rhythm or rhyme to it. They would just sit there and sing it. I'm not a song artist. That's where Katie Mullins comes in. Wade, they're awesome. But they would sit there and they would just sing the text structure. So I'd say, I'd say to them, got that nonfiction text structure? And they'd say, got that descriptive text, got that sequence and compare and contrast, cause and effect, problem and solution, yeah. And we would just sing it. So we would just sing it all the time. We would change it up, say them all again and again. So let's read our book today and see if we can figure out what is the nonfiction text structure of Heal the Earth. I'm going to need your guys' help though, because this book requires some button pushing. So as I'm reading it, make sure you're reaching to your screen when it says to push the button. Make sure you tap your screen or give me a little virtual tap on the button because I need your magical powers. Heal the Earth. Look at that illustration. Welcome to our planet Earth. All our land is divided, trying to make sure you guys all can see, all our land is divided into continents. Can you touch each one and say its name? North America, say them with me. South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia. Which one's missing? There's one missing. You guys know what it is? Antarctica. Very good. Can you touch the continent where you live? So I live on the continent of North America, right about there. What continent do you live on? On our beautiful planet, some places need healing. Would you like to go on a healing adventure? The magic white feather will be your guide. You guys want to go on a healing adventure? Especially with Earth Day coming up, I certainly do. Tap it 3 times and use your imagination power to make it change into... All right, I need your imagination power. Tap it 3 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3. What's it going to change into? The white feather flyer. Well done. Now you can go all over the planet to heal the Earth and its people. Let's get started. Press the imagination power button, point the book up, and off we go. Press the button, guys. Off we go. Here's our first stop, Some places don't have doctors or hospitals close enough to help people. You can change that. Press the hospital button to change the flyer into, press that hospital button, guys. What's it going to change into? A mobile hospital. Now we can bring doctors and medicine to people to heal them if they are sick or hurt. I'll show you both all that. So you can see that. See, it's a mobile hospital. Show Facebook, Instagram. Do you guys see that? Good. Medicines heal children when they are sick and help them grow up healthy and strong. Now everyone can feel better. Press the fly button and tilt the book up to take off again. Press the fly button, Instagram. Press the fly button. We're taking off again. Where are we going next? Welcome to the ocean. That's a coral reef below the surface. Coral reefs are very important. They protect the land from waves and storms and are home to fish and other sea life. But wait, what happened to the reef's beautiful colors? To see, use your imagination power. Press the dive button and tilt the book down to go under the sea. Press that dive button. Press the dive button. Tilt it down. We're going to go under the sea. Hold your breath. Here we go. Coral reefs are alive. But if the water they live in gets too warm because of climate change, they lose the tiny creatures who live on them and give them color. Those are nicknamed zooks. It's called coral bleaching. The full scientific name of the algae is zooxanthellae. You can help this reef recover and protect other healthy reefs. Press the zooks button to heal the coral. So press the zooks. Press those zooks. Do we think we healed it? Did we help? You did it! What amazing colors! This reef is healthy again. I'm seeing lots of comments coming through. A lot of you have figured it out. Yes, so far the most obvious one is problem and solution. We're seeing problems and we are on the white feather flyer and we're coming up with solutions to help heal the earth. Great job, guys. Awesome job. Press the fly button and let's heal the earth even more. Let's do it. Press it. Press it. We're taking off. Do you know what those green areas are? Green spaces and trees are needed to help clean city air. Many caring people also plant gardens for food. Press the green button and you can help. So we have to create green space because in big cities there's not as much green space. So let's press that button to create green space. Good job. This green space will help everyone breathe the air, share the food. Let's travel for more excitement. Press the river button to go into the rainforest in the white feather flyer speedboat. Okay, there's the river button. Press it. Press it. Here we go. Rainforests are important to all life on Earth. Many different kinds of plants and animals live there. In some places, too much rainforest has been cut down. Let's dock and see what we can do. You guys see that? We're in the white feather flyer boat, speedboat now. We can plant new trees to replace those cut down. That's called reforestation. Press the tree button to make them grow. Before we press that tree button, here's a little question for you guys, a little challenge. Planting new trees is called reforestation. Does anyone know what it means when humans cut down trees? It's when we get rid of trees in rainforests. So reforestation, means to do again. So we're planting the trees again. Reforestation means to plant trees. What does it mean when you cut down the trees and get rid of trees for human use? Give you guys a second to think. All right, yeah, that's called deforestation. So deforestation is the removal of those trees, which is a big problem that we've had. All right, press that button to make the trees grow. Did they grow? Let's see. What do you think? Wow, you made the rainforest return. You did something else special too. You want to see? Let's see what else special thing we did. You gave the animals a home. How wonderful. Now let's look at all you've done. Press the button to see everything you've done. What all have we done? Every day, there is something new we can do to heal the earth. Guys, look in the balloons. You can see all the things we've done. Look at all those things. Planted trees, helped the ocean. Good job. If we can all work together, we can make our planet better. Make our planet better by working together. Make healing the earth an adventure. Just like we went on today, you can make it an adventure. And there's a poem in the back. So I'm going to read you guys this poem in the back. It says, heal the earth. There's a dream I often dream of trying to perfect a scheme to teach us all to change our ways and help the world see better days. Together we will heed the call to help all people, great and small. Children, healthy, strong, and true, when we do all that we can do. Come together, see it through, end disease and hunger too. Help the children, one and all, winter, summer, spring, and fall. Share my dream, come and see, earth so perfect, warm and green, where all the children dance and sing, we're all a part of everything. Join the flyer, happy chorus, save the oceans and the forests. Kindness we will give and share when we believe and love and care. Heal the earth bright and blue, a chance for all to start anew. Come together, let's be heard, love all the children of the world. So all ways to come together and heal the earth. And that's the end. Isn't that a great book all about healing our earth? So what I'd like to challenge you guys to do this week is, as you are safe at home, I'd like you to get outside, enjoy our precious earth, but also to do things to help. So if you look, and teachers, you can see this. Once the video is posted, you'll see it in the video description for the post. You'll see all of the activities to go with this. Students, you can download these too there, or your teachers might be putting these in your Google Classrooms for you to do. You can print them out or type on them. There'll be both versions. But students, I gave you guys some extension activities. I would like you guys to do some more stuff with this book. I want to challenge you guys. Are you up for a challenge? Up for a challenge? I see a couple of you guys. Yeah, you like this book? I'm so glad you like the book. Up for a challenge. Good. So here's my first challenge to you. I want you to fly it. I want you to make your own personal white feather flyer that you can heal the earth with, and you can use your imagination power to travel the world and heal the earth. So I gave you a little link. There's an engineering website that gives a bunch of templates for paper airplanes. You can make your own if you already have your own ideas, but I know sometimes I like to make different ones that I don't know about yet. So I printed off 2. There's 4 different plane templates, but here's Instagram. You guys can see that one. And it shows you how to fold it and make a paper airplane. Here's another paper airplane template. So there's different kinds. So make your own white feather flyer. Print it out, fold it, or look at the directions, get a blank piece of paper and just fold your own. Make your own white feather flyer and fly it around and imagine ways to heal the earth. Also, with your family, have a paper airplane throwing contest. Maybe tape off like an end line and see who can throw theirs the farthest past it and measure and work on some math with some measurement skills and measure whose airplane goes the farthest. Or add weight to your airplane. Just like in Heal the Earth, we turned our white feather flyer into a mobile hospital, right? It could do things. So airplanes need cargo to help heal the earth. So take some coins and tape them and see how much weight you can balance on your airplane and it'll still fly successfully. All right, that's my first challenge to you. My second challenge is to help out. Make a bird feeder this week. My boys at home love to make bird feeders, and we're gonna be doing all this together. So the first way we like to make a bird feeder is we take a piece of bread and we set it out on the table and we cut off the crust and we leave it out for about 48 hours. 48 hours is like 2 days. So after 2 days, it gets really hard, which is good. You want it to be hard. Then we take it and we spread peanut butter or lard, which is like Crisco, right? Or like shortening. We spread that on it, or peanut butter, either one, and then we press it down into a plate of bird seed. Poke a little hole, put a string on it, and hang it on a tree branch, and it's a nice little bird feeder. And the birds would love that right now in the spring. The second way you can do it is with a pine cone. We have a ton of pine trees in our backyards. There's pine cones everywhere. So I send my boys to go out there and find the biggest pine cone they can find. We roll it in some peanut butter and then roll it in some bird seed, and we hang them from the trees. So I'd love to challenge you guys to make a bird feeder this week too. All right, the last thing. There are some activities for you to accomplish some problems and solutions you saw in the book. There were more than 3. but what were some problems that happened with the earth in the book, and how were they solved? I want you to think of this text structure, how problem and solution teaches us something. Our author, Julian Lennon, was trying to teach us ways to solve problems on our earth. So what are some problems that she talked about, and how did she solve them? Or what are ideas that you have to solve them instead? So I want you to do 3 of those. Last thing is I want you to brainstorm ways that you can help heal the earth. What are some things that you can do today, tomorrow, this week, next week to help our earth be a better place? Maybe it's going on a trash walk. Lately, my boys have loved that. We get a big trash bag and I carry it. They wear gloves. I give them sticks and they poke the trash and they stick it in the bag. And we just take that and we walk around our neighborhood and pick up any trash we see, right? Maybe it's making a bird feeder. That's a way to help heal the earth. So think of different things you can do to help our earth. Thank you guys for joining in. I hope you guys liked that book. I included a different writing sheet too for primary lines. I hope you guys like that book, Heal the Earth. It's one of my favorites. Remember, there's also Love the Earth, and then there's also the third one, which is called Touch the Earth, which they're all so good. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for kicking off the week with me, and make sure you head over and do a class fit today to get a little brain break. And if you do any of these activities, if you make a bird feeder, if you make some paper airplane throwing contests or make paper airplanes, please share them and tag me in them. I love to see you all learning all over the world. It brings so much joy to my life. So thank you guys for joining in. Have a wonderful day. All right, saying bye to you guys, Facebook. Bye, Facebook.